Hey guys, Heike Yates here, and I have a special guest today, and we're about to cook in her food truck. This is La Strada, a woman-owned business food truck she cooks Italian food. Chef and owner of La Strada, Debbie
Ciardo.
I can't ever get it right. Debbie Ciardo. And so I want you to be ready because we're gonna head inside. Are you ready, Debbie?
Ready?
Oh, what are we making today, Debbie?
We are making asparagus lemon walnut pasta.
I can't wait. Okay, so let's head inside the food truck. We'll see you there, guys. We are inside a food truck. I've never been inside a food truck. So here's Debbie's food truck, and here's Debbie's kitchen. Here's our chef.
Beautiful kitchen, all made for me. Today we're gonna make spaghetti. And for starters, I always buy Italian pasta because it's made with durum wheat. Some pastas are not, and that's what keeps them al dente, which means to the tooth, which is how you want to cook your pasta. You want a little bite in it. One of these containers generally feeds 4 people. So I'm just going to make a little sample today. So just do a little bit of this. The other thing that you always want to do is have a big pot. Some people put oil in their pasta. It's crazy to do that. You don't have to. If you have enough water in your pot, you will never have to add oil. It will never stick. So that's, the key is just having a lot of water for your pasta. Get it down in there. And the other really important thing is, in Italy, generally, they don't put, let's see, I need to get over here and get a little bit of salt. Okay. Now, I know this is going to freak you out, but you need your pasta water to taste like the ocean, okay, which is very salty. The salt does not go into all the pasta. It won't make your pasta too salty. So for a big pot, I use 2 big handfuls. It doesn't absorb it, but you almost never put any salt in your sauce. So this way, every strand of pasta is completely salted exactly the same way. Okay?
So don't be afraid of the salt.
Don't be afraid of the salt. It will not come out in your dish, and it'll make your pasta taste 1,000 times better. And we're just going to chop a little bit of garlic for this dish.
Don't you love it? I'm in a food truck.
Pasta is so simple, and you can really, once you get it down, how you make it, the basic pasta, you can literally put anything in your pasta.
I don't know. I can't cut like you do. This is like chef style cutting here, man.
Yeah, you always want to keep your finger. Chopping to chefs is very important. You always want to keep your fingers away from the knife on top, so you can do whatever you want. You aren't going to be afraid of cutting yourself. All right, there's a little bit of garlic. I'm just going to saute that. Now, you don't ever want to burn your garlic, so be really careful. You just want to make it kind of a golden color. Okay. And I have everything ready here, but for this dish, we're using roasted asparagus. I never boil my vegetables. All the nutrients go out in the water. I roast them in the oven. So take your asparagus, put the spears, trim the spears, put them on a cookie sheet, 1 layer flat, not piled on top of each other, and douse them with some good extra virgin olive oil and some kosher salt, and put them in about 385 for about 20 minutes. And you can do this with cauliflower, with broccoli. You can do it with green beans. You can do it with pumpkin. You can do it with any vegetables, and they all taste 1,000 times better. I remember when my daughter was little, she didn't want to eat vegetables, and I made the asparagus in the oven, and she would eat a spear, and she said, "Oh, Mom, this is like candy." So, I mean, it just tastes 1,000 times better, and they're better for you because they keep all the vitamins. So the other thing is, okay, you always do your pasta till it's al dente, and in another pan, you're going to do your sauce, and the way they do it in Italy is that you drain your pasta. This is every single time, no matter what the sauce is. You drain your pasta, put it in the pan with your sauce over low heat, and toss it over low heat. I never want to see anybody have a big bowl of spaghetti with the sauce poured on top and the spaghetti's all getting cold and it doesn't get mixed up together.
Now, I gotta tell you, this is the expert talking here.
You'd never, ever do that.
Never, ever. We'll put this in the show notes so you can remember how to do the vegetables and the salt. And so it will be in the transcription below. And let's keep going. I'm hungry. This looks exciting and I'm learning so much.
And you know, it's so fast. I used to do a cooking class for, I always had a lot of men, which was kind of funny, but
no, men love to eat.
And they wanted to surprise their wives. Anyway, and I had 5 different pastas that you could make in the time it takes to boil water. You can make your sauce in the time it takes to boil your water, pretty much. This, maybe your asparagus takes a little bit longer, but you can do that ahead of time.
So we have the olive oil, we have the asparagus, we have the garlic, we have lemon with it, and walnuts.
And we're going to put some walnuts. Italians like nuts. Sometimes we put finely chopped nuts or even breadcrumbs in their pasta.
Oh, interesting.
So that adds a little crunch. And also, I'll tell you, I never ever get angel hair pasta or thin spaghetti because it's always overcooked. So I don't recommend buying that. The other thing I like to use is penne. It's my favorite thing. Somebody's cutting the grass here.
Okay, we edit that one part out.
The main thing with your pasta, I mean, I can kind of tell by looking at it, but you're gonna want to taste it. You might have to add a little more salt.
Do you throw your pasta against the wall? Is it good? That's what we all do. Do you do that?
I have never heard of that in my life. So there's a lot of things that Italians don't do, you know.
Ooh.
So, all right. So I'm just gonna take this off the heat and put my asparagus in here. Get it ready for my pasta. And I'm going to put some, and if you don't have a rasp, get a rasp for grating. It actually started as a woman that was a cook. She didn't have any way to grate her food, and her husband was a carpenter, and she went out and got us brand new, this was used for wood, and she got it, and it's the best grater in the world, because nothing gets stuck in the rasp. Now, I love the taste of lemon, so it's up to you. You can use all of this. You know, on the recipe, I'll give more amounts, but you can use all of this. You can use the juice. I'm gonna use even a little juice.
This already smells delicious. Can you see, guys? What's going on behind the big pot?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So let me just test this pasta and see if.
So she's not throwing it against the wall.
No.
Look at this.
We've got about 2 or 3 more minutes.
Well, that's a chef talking to you.
Yeah. It's the best way. You don't want it to be hard in the middle. It cooks from the outside in, so it's going to have the little bit of bite on the inside. So you don't want it to be soggy on the inside. Now, I've got my Parmesan cheese. And I need my pot holders, which I think are over here. It's another good thing about a food truck. Everything is right within reach. It's really fun to cook on here. All right, we're almost there. And I guess I'll put it in one of my little carry-on containers. Okay.
So these are the takeout containers that you give your customers?
I mean, that's the other thing. You know, you have so many things you have to pick out for your truck, you know. My nuts right here.
It looks like a fully organized kitchen in here.
It is.
Do things fall out when you drive around?
Well, that's why everything has, no.
Yeah,
and
so we
I've got a bungee cord that holds things down here. That's why there's this little rim, and I've got containers.
Uh-huh.
So.
cool. That's very interesting.
You definitely want to make sure that things aren't flying around here. Everybody has their accidents. I didn't realize that my refrigerator, if I had too much stuff in it, would come open, and I had a giant tub of feta cheese in my refrigerator, and it fell out, and feta juice got everywhere in my truck. So now I always block the doors when I'm driving.
Now that's a good lesson to learn.
There are so many, if you get yourself a food truck, just go talk to a food truck owner. Interview other people. Find out as much. You can read as many books as you want about food trucks for dummies. But, talk to a real food truck owner, because we've all made all the mistakes.
So we'll put her contact information as well in our show notes.
Call me, really. I'd be glad to talk to anybody.
Email the Strada. We'll put it again in the show notes for you guys to reach out and learn more from Debbie, find Debbie, and eat some really amazing Italian food.
All right, I'm going to sneak through here and drain my pasta in the sink. You can leave that right there if you want.
Good.
Drain it
right here. Okay.
Now, in the recipe I have on there, you can save a little bit of, couple things. You can save a little bit of the pasta sauce if you're, you can puree your asparagus. I prefer it just as is, but
look how exciting it is.
All right, so you drain your pasta. Here it is.
Pasta is drained. Hold on.
And you put it in with your sauce.
Can you see that, guys?
That is what you do to every single pasta dish you'd ever want to make. So, you're going to toss in some walnuts. All easy because it's beef. You can make this when your family gets home, and it takes no time at all. And just toss it. And like Mario Batali, who always does this, my hero, I like to add.
Who is Mario Batali?
Mario Batali has a restaurant in New York, and he has a bunch of TV shows. I'm sure if you like Italian food, you've probably seen him. He always douses with a little bit of olive oil at the end, and always use good Italian extra virgin olive oil.
So what do you use? What kind of Italian oil did you use just now?
Well, it's a brand. It's a really good brand that it comes from a restaurant supply store. Antica Italia, but you can find in your grocery. Lucchini is a really good one. It's worth it to get the good olive oil for sure. And there you have it. I mean, that is your dish.
Ooh.
And maybe Heike will want to have a little taste.
Oh, we're gonna have to taste test this and eat. Oh, look at this, guys. This looks really good, doesn't it?
And the other thing is Italians use their sauce as a condiment. You're never gonna see in Italy a pasta just swimming in sauce. As you can see, this is just a little bit of olive oil, some lemon juice, but it gets creamy with the.
Ooh!
All right, I'll get you a fork.
We gotta try this out, guys. Can you see that? Mmm. La Strada Italian food. Come on, Debbie. Let's just check it out.
Check it out.
Remember, you guys have the recipe. I will share the recipe with you. Contact us in the show notes. Links to get to us.
And you can learn how to twirl your pasta Italian style.
Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God, this is so good.
Mmm. I love it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. This is so good. Okay, chef. It was delicious to be cooking in the food truck. I've never been in the food truck. We have some kick-ass Italian food. And like I said, thank you to Debbie Ciardo for coming on the show today. And we're cooking. You get the recipe, and you can find us in the links below. As always, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Say it in Italian.
Ciao, arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Buon appetito.